I think they still got that fire in them, and granted, we're gonna see how it pans out here as we get right into game one between Kyna and Yuz, and Yuz is actually going to rock the Jayun, that greatsword. You know what time it is.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are. I know you're hyped for it, bro. This man loves him some great sword. Also, though, when it comes down to great swords, man, I mean that Jayun great sword is it's magical. That was a great start. That was a great character to start with on some great sword stuff. So here we go. Got the Jester great sword out, but it has not really bode well for him yet, as he has not been able to grab a great sword and really much damage. Finally finds himself a great sword, but kind of still just really controlling the pace of this match, the area. Oh, okay. My man, I got the Steph Curry step back on him.
No, for real. About to hit the fadeaway jumper. Yuz finally getting a chance to rack up some damage here. It took so long to get a greatsword in hand, but immediately upon picking it up, was able to get some strings of offense. And we see a beautiful read right there. Yuz could have gone for a 5-piece string there that might have led to the KO, but instead goes for a little bit of a safer option, saying, you know what, I don't want to mess this up. Got a little bit weird on the spacing on that sidelight opener and said, you know what, I'm just going to take what I can get.
Nice. Okay, just immediately scoops him up and sends him packing. Quick one right there with the down air. I mean, a lot of damage was added up though, so it only needed you know, one good solid hit. And when you have the weapons that you're holding, Teros is definitely the Mr. One Hit Man. You know, I got two weapons that eventually you're just gonna die. Like,
yeah,
my side air is gonna hit. You know, the down air is gonna hit now on both weapons, really, depending on where you're at. Really, oh my God, man, stocks are getting dropped here. Rumble Reigns is back in full effect.
And this can be kind of one of the struggles that you can have with the greatsword, is that, you know, other weapons, someone like Kyna, you throw out any move, it's going to find that KO. But when you have that greatsword, you got to go for those gravity cancel finishers or get a read or maybe a stray recovery. And those can be hard to find sometimes. And so Yuz was searching for a while. Meanwhile, Kyna was able to lap by 2 stocks there. We'll see if this greatsword is able to do anything. So far, Yuz is not having the best time. I'm wondering if he's going to swap immediately after this game. Kyna is farming him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, it's unfortunately, you have to say it like that, but that is exactly what has happened. Kyna has been nothing but on the advantage. Okay, hold on. As we say that, my man found a nice, actual 6-piece right there, but can he turn that into a stock? Okay, another step back. He is definitely moving. He's starting to control some more of this ground.
Ooh, and Yuz is starting to cook here. Looks for the dodge, and he gets it. And that's going to be Yuz immediately answering back there, finally getting some of that greatsword juice cooking. And honestly, that's what makes you a believer of the weapon. You can be behind by so much, and you can see just once you start cooking like that, you have to play this little mini game of, is Kyna gonna dodge? Yes, no, like right here, every time he hits him, he's like, are you gonna press the dodge button? And he doesn't know, he has to react or guess, and Kyna is using that health lead to go ahead and smack him off stage.
Oh yeah, but let's see if Kyna is, oh wait. Okay, yeah, scooped him. I had to get out of there, man. I was about to say another ground pound. That could have been it. The reversal of fortune for Kyna is going to do it. Good stuff to kind of making sure that game did not escape him. But yeah, in the middle of that game, I mean, Gordon Ramsay was proud, bro. Yeah. Absolutely delicious meal of impact of great sword play.
No, for real though, he was really starting to figure it out. It's a momentum-based weapon, you know, it really is. And so like once you really get the feel for it, you can really go. But I mean, we saw the end there, like Yuz was like, dang, I'm behind. I got to do something. I mean, it's very rare that you're going to see someone do unarmed ground pound into a hammer that's recovering. Yuz wanted that game to be over.
Oh, yeah. All right. So did he swap? Did he say I didn't get a chance to see? We're going to find out right now. And no, he said, you know what? With the way that he started to pull it together, though, understandably so.
Yeah.
Like, if the game ended when we were first talking about it, when he was getting cooked, would totally understand if he swapped. But got it down to 1 stock. Had a great second stock there, second stock on Kyna. So we'll have to see how that works out, if he's able to get things cooking a little faster. Is the oven preheated now?
And that's what we want to see. I mean, these sidelights are going to be the openings, and every time Kyna gets hit by a sidelight, you can see that these two have played so much and that Kyna knows how to play against greatsword, because every time he gets tagged, he never dodges. He's like, there's nothing that's going to KO me from the sidelight. I'm going to wait and see what you do. Ooh, he moving. Ooh, he moving.
Is definitely moving right now. Unfortunately, though, it only takes one. You know what time it is. The hammer may be very simplistic in its gameplay, but it's very effective.
Yeah, and especially when you're using a weapon that wants to be grounded like the greatsword, right? Neutralite, stomp, all very potent options in stopping a greatsword that's trying to approach on you, and Yuz having a very hard time finding a way in. But we're back on the greatsword. Let's see if he can get a read.
I think I accidentally thrown that weapon away. Maybe not in the way that he wanted to, but still managed to find us quick. Oh, getting scooped up. Watch yourself. Man.
Oh, you see the pump fake into the throw that actually hits, and then the reverse scoop as well. Hughes is getting absolutely dominated here. Tries to go for the gravity cancel end light. It doesn't connect. Kyna's looking left, right. Which way? Where's my glasses? Doesn't need it, and gets the stomp Sair to close it out.
This man Kyna is on a rampage. Again, I had him winning this tournament, and the way that he's playing right now, he said, you know what, me too, TK. I had myself winning this tournament. Look at my predictions. It's me, and I don't care.
Oh my goodness, and Hughes still trying to find the final blows here. He's been having a really tough time landing the finishers, and those are the ones that give you the meat and potatoes, man. You can rack up all the damage you want, but if you're not finding the final blows, securing these knockouts, what's the point?
Ooh. Oh, okay, that was a great down there, actually. He said, you know what, I'm going up and around, managed to turn that situation around now. You know, luckily finally able to find a stock, but he is hurting. Again, he was kind of in the same position earlier, though, so can he cook on the second stock like he did in the first game? Gonna find out. He is getting a couple more hits here.
Oh, got baited on the spot dodge, and that's one of the mix-ups you have to play against Greatsword. Every time they whiff, it's like, are they gonna dash back or are they gonna spot dodge? And Kyna already knows the answer for Hughes is spot dodge more often than not. There it is again.
My man has been getting disarmed. That's how you know he's taking damage. Not even having to look at the damage, numbers. You can just, the amount of times we've seen those disarm sparks come out, ain't looking so great here for Hughes. He's now sitting in the deep red, barely has damage here onto Kyna. Okay, nice.
No dodge is coming out from Kyna. He's like, I have so much health and stocks to use as a resource. He doesn't have to be scared.
Wow, look at that. I'm fighting my way out of here. You thought I was gonna give up a dodge? No, man, I'm not afraid of nothing.
He's so good at playing against Greatsword. It's rare that you see the weapon's been out for a long time, and so many people have never bothered to learn how to play against it. And the counterplay is there, or watching it in real time. Kinda just waking up with a neutral light because he's like, what is that? What do I have to be scared of? I got 2 stocks, bro. Do something.
Stats-wise, if we're talking about counterplay, the hammer definitely did it. We got 57% time on hammer with 450 damage dealt, taking 137. And if you look at the Greatsword, he spent most of his time on that Greatsword. Only 264 damage put out, 429 taken. So I think your hits on the money about the fact that the hammer has such good anti-ground approach tools that you might have to actually lean on the sword or lean on a different character.
Yeah, no, I think now if you've tried the Jaeyun, you know Kyna's never gonna let you go to Demon Island.
Right.
And so you gotta probably try something else out or make some Omega adjustments. Maybe we see the plane come out for one last ride or something, because we need something to change.
I will definitely be down for the plane. I think it's always going to throw people off. Vector is not a very common used character, very unorthodox SIGs, very interesting, set of weapons too. So it's one of those things that I think that you may be able to sham out at least one game or make one like close. But I don't know if he's going to be able to take a whole set reverse 3-0.
Yeah, nah. At this point, you're kind of against death's door, right? Like whatever play you make here has to be the right one, and he's sticking to it. He's sticking to his guns. He's saying, I can piece you up. I promise. We're going to see where they ended up going against Western Air Temple. I think this stage sucks for Greatsword, bro. You got 2 tall platforms on the left and the right. They're high enough where it's annoying. If they want to circle camp you, they can. But Hughes is saying, you know what, bro? I'm going to win here. He probably has a different plan in the bag.
I think on the reverse here, although I think everything you said about the stage is, valid, I think that really it's probably Hughes who needs the space, because he has not been able to make these approaches well against Kyna. Kyna's been running Hughes down, so maybe he just want a little more space out here. That could turn into his favor, but it doesn't seem like that's working too much just yet. We've got a pretty even game between them, but again, you got to remember the power that's behind Taros. This is probably a stock still in danger.
Yeah, and at this point, I think I'd actually like to see some signatures coming out from Hughes as well. We've watched 2 games at this point. I actually don't think that he's pressed the SIG button like at all.
Yeah.
So this would be like a great chance to maybe, let a few of those rip, because you need to be doing something different.
He definitely did not let any rip in that last game. We had 1 SIG on the side of Kyna and then no SIGs at all from Hughes. So
nice. Might
be his time. Okay, the sword actually going to come out and make something happen here. That's what we love to see. I've been wondering if maybe the sword is the answer, if he can get more into that sword play, but it still seems like he really wants to try to play that Greatsword. Does have a sword in his hand now. Maybe he's going to turn this thought process around. Never mind. I am just swapping. I am weapon starving.
Yeah, he's like, whatever weapon comes near me, I'm just going to use the one that I have in my hand, because I just don't want Kyna to have one. And I get it, because when Kyna has a weapon, he tends to do really well with it. I mean, he didn't get this far playing unarmed, and so we'll see what Hughes has to say about that, as he has this axe in hand now. Ooh, and guess, man, that was Lord's weapon spawn, bro. Just came down, summoned it, bop, and got that side air.
Odin has blessed you. Here is a weapon, my son. Here we go. Speaking of another weapon, going to be now into the hands of Yu's. It will be that sword. I do want to see if the sword is going to start making plays. That's what I'm more interested in seeing right now, because the great sword has proven 2 games in a row that, like, he's just not been able to operate well, at least against the hammer. So maybe the sword can make something happen here. He's starting to get more hits, starting to avoid some of these hammer startups. He's got the stage advantage.
Okay, nice read on the jump there from Kyna to force him back off stage yet again. Doesn't really want to play against that hammer, though. So you see Yu's waiting patiently on stage, trying to fish. When you do that jump around like that, it means you're looking for D-Light a lot of the time to see if they cross up on you and you get that gravity cancel. But Yu's managing to find yet another stock with the recovery. Despite all the gripes I have with Western Air Temple as a stage for Greatsword, we've seen Yu's, as you said, lean into that sword quite a bit more in this game. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Now that this, I mean, again, there's always, I feel like there's just some time in here where he just learns to start cooking. And he's like, he is here, man. He said, you know what? I got to cancel my Dash Pass subscription. It's time for me to cook.
And you know what I'm thinking here? Just based off the gameplay that I'm seeing, I think Yu's actually is looking more for the juggles with the Greatsword here, as opposed to your left-right kind of standard mix-ups. He's like, all right, if I get you above me and I start going for neutral air, maybe I throw in a recovery, it makes it a lot harder for Kyna to get down, and those platforms mean that you have to fall through the middle, which makes it a lot easier for Yu's to get these extra hits in.
Kyna, oh, okay.
Tried it.
Could have been a big neutral stick right there, to be honest, but still, though, Kyna, he is hurting. He's living on borrowed time, and I think this might be it for him. Going up, okay. Still living.
All right, now one more here. Yu's gets a recovery. Should be enough. All right, manages to sneak through with that weapon throw to the unarmed recovery. Gets right by. Manages to bait out that neutral light from Kyna and comes in with the slide kick recovery to get that game on Western Air Temple.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I mean, it may just maybe needed a little more space to work with, and it seems like that did kind of work out for him. Still, bro, Buddy is throwing no SIGs, though. He's I don't do that. Like, I think that button just might not even be on. Well, he's gotta have it for the recoveries, but he definitely don't like it, like the SIG kit or something. I don't know.
I'm like, Jay, you got some demonic signatures. I think usually just waiting for the right time is maybe what it is as we hop into the next game in the set here. Yu's on game 4 has managed to finally put one on the board, leaned into the sword a little bit more, got a lot going based off of juggles, but now only one platform to worry about on the side of Kyna when coming back down.
Oh man, and I do want to know. I do want to see some SIGs here from Yu's, but two, I want to see if the sword become a bigger asset in his gameplay. Weirdly enough, he still didn't have the sword in his hand too often, but the damage that he gave on it and took on it is pretty good. 198 given, 92 taken. My man is still believing that greatsword though, and the greatsword is kind of alive right now. I'll give it up. Definitely kind of alive.
Yeah, I mean you can see Yu's is going for nairs and down airs, right? And because it hits you down and then sends you up. He's really going for that vertical game plan now, because something that people don't often realize is that the best moves, arguably on the greatsword kit, are actually the aerials. People see the flashy strings. Oh, we got a SIG.
100% accuracy, my man. That's all. He won't throw another one out, bro. He won't throw another one out.
He needs the stat to be absolutely pristine.
Okay, nothing in hand here for Kyna. He's just kind of dancing in the middle. Nice. Okay, that was you know what? Odin drop. Like, you deserve this weapon for that weapon starve.
He's just giving it to him. I mean, Yu's is feeling so comfortable here with the sword. Gets the extra starve as well. Gets the recovery. He's going to be looking for these down air nairs probably.
Okay. He's getting a little something done while being unarmed, but Yu's. This man really woke up in the second half of this set. It was looking like an easy 3-0 for a second, but kind of just not been able to close much out, and uses now is very much controlling the pace of this game.
Oh, yeah. Yu's definitely leaning into that down air now. Just kind of wobbling around. Throws out a down air if it doesn't hit. Dodges away. Throws out a side air sometimes for a mix-up, but it really is down air city. If he hits Kyna, he's going to go for recovery. He's going to go for side air, or he's going to go for a nair, and now he's forcing him to play this up-down game as opposed to a left-right game. And sometimes it is that simple, right? The adjustments you have to make don't have to be major all the time. It could be as simple as where we fight on the stage.
Oh. Speaking of where we're fighting on the stage right now, that was a large start right there for Kyna. Almost turned that into some crazy amount of damage, but luckily he was able to get back with that recovery. Nice. Okay. Yeah, he's starting to find something. That would have been a great side air. Would have put Yu's in a terrible spot. However, unarmed him with that, and now just trying to mark him, looking for a way to finish this stock off. That recovery would have been great. And again, the hammer, very basic in its playstyle, very effective.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing from Hughes, like, he was on the sword for the entirety of that last stock and just wasn't able to open up Kyna in the neutral game. Something about the sword into this hammer from Kyna is just proving difficult. So now, swapping over to that greatsword, he's been able to get stray hits here and there, but even finding the KOs has proven difficult. Went for a 50-50 there that works on dodges, but guess what? Kyna didn't dodge, you know? It's like, I either cover left or cover right, and he said, what if I just wake up?
That's one of the things that we've definitely seen from Kyna a bit too. Like, he's fine, you got to dodge this time, but like for a lot of the strings where Hughes is looking for one hit and then dash out to the rest of the string, Kyna just hit a button.
Yeah,
I'm down to hit a button.
Really effective strategy, waking up kind of similarly into the Scythe matchup, where waking up is a big part of having effective defense, and we get a nice little dodge read right there. Hughes waiting, kind of not burning the dodge button, but Hughes says, I'll keep pressing attack. Ooh, combos in and gets the recovery afterwards. Hughes making West Coast custom combos onto Kyna to secure game number 4.
All right, man, that was, look, I don't know how we got to this game 5 with the way that those first 2 games
For real.
But Hughes believing in himself, believing in his greatsword. He is continuously still keeping that greatsword out. 499 damage on that greatsword this game, while only taking 105.
And Hughes, I mean, taking a big sigh of relief after getting that game 4. You can tell that the pressure is on. Both of these players want this so bad, but only one can be the victor here as we start game 5 on the Fortress of Lions.
All right, and now I gotta see if Kyna is able to stop the bleeding here, because the greatsword is getting maximum cuts on him. So this man is, well, he's doing a good job right now at the very beginning. He's finding his combos, his 2 pieces. Nice. Ooh, and disarmed him.
Yeah, Hughes manages to get the turnaround neutral light there, a chance to get a weapon. This sword hasn't been doing too great, admittedly, into the hammer of Kyna, but against the axe, I think Hughes actually has a pretty solid head-to-head matchup here so far, keeping Kyna in the corner, goes for the ground pound, wanted a quick one, but Kyna doesn't give it to him.
Nice. Okay, ow. Is he gonna keep, yeah, he's gonna swap over to this hammer, maybe? No, not gonna swap over the hammer, keep the axe in hand. My man is catching some D-lights. He is not catching that blast zone just yet, though. Oh! 100%.
100%. 100%. Bullseye. He got it. And you know what's wild? Because there was a moment there where Hughes was in disadvantage for a little bit, because we got to see one of the rare interactions that can happen in this game where you go for sword D-light and axe neutral light has a little hop that causes the hitbox to just jump right over it. But despite all that, Hughes able to answer back, Kyna sending a response in tow, and now we have a tie battle.
Kind of going to go ahead and swap over to the hammer. Again, this hammer, I feel like this has been doing a little better than his axe. In fact, looking at the last game, he actually dealt no damage on the axe.
0.
Insane. But yeah, we got the 370 dealt on the hammer, taking 409. But you do have to remember there's 599 given last game from the greatsword, so he was kind of taking the beats there. However, you know, I think if he's winning, he's going to be winning on this hammer.
We'll see. I mean, Hughes, historically in the last game, kind of had a tough time playing into the hammer, but this time doing a little bit better of a job. We'll see if Kyna is able to turn things around here. Hughes needs 1 D-light recovery, potentially, if he can get back to the stage. Kyna is oppressive right now.
This is like, it's funny seeing the Hughes now start to use some of these SIGs. It was like, it felt like maybe he had the power. He's like, I'm only allowed to use SIGs after I win.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
So he's like, I won the first game, I can use 1 SIG. He's like, okay, now I won the second game, I can use 2 SIGs. All right.
Ooh, wow. Oh, Kyna does not fall for that one. That is the ranked special. But Kyna's like, nah, bro, I played enough J-Yuns to know about that one, bro. But sometimes you got to let it rip. It works usually at least once a set, but Kyna's just a better player sometimes.
All right, man. We are last game, last stock. Whoever takes this will be moving on to the winner's finals of things. The other person has to fight just a little harder in the elimination bracket. Right now, I mean, again, Hughes looking like he's on the way. Oh, okay. He started throwing some moves we haven't seen at all today.
Getting juicy. He's like, I try every button at least once. Use every option. Leave no table or corner unchecked. As Hughes here trying to rack up a bit of extra damage, goes for a safe follow-up off of that down air. Kyna's not pressing dodge, bro. Hughes doesn't know what to do about it.
Hey, there we go. So where you going? You can't run away. Went for a big swing.
Oh,
they're both.
Oh,
it hit. Okay, he's still living though.
Oh, and he goes for the neutral sig. 100% accuracy. He don't miss.
What a comeback here from you, taking it reverse 3-0, believing in himself, even after getting absolutely decimated in those first 2 games. He said, you know what, I just got to warm up. And, well, when the oven was on, my boy was cooking a 5-course meal. Jeez.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, actually, I think he missed 1 neutral sig.
Yeah.
75%, man. In fact, he do miss sometimes, but rarely.
Yeah, we got a 5 count on the 6, 40% accuracy of but the ones that he missed, you missed the trying to jump over the ledge.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that one too.
One a neutral sig a little earlier, but when it hits, it counts. When it came down to getting it for a stock, well.